So, broom is down.
The final starts now with Team Draghi Junior with this first stone going for the forfeit. Playing defensive.
Good way to start.
At least for a final. Not to rush things. The ice was tricky during the whole weekend, so no need to hurry up. Playing aggressive.
So here is third Pimpini, calling the line, and
Looks heavy.
looks slightly heavy.
It is heavy, but it will sit. No, it's gone.
Looks like it's through.
Overswept. By the
here's
Draghi Juniors.
Skip Peruka coming up with a very elegant hat.
Yeah, particular at least. First on, first miss.
So here's Team Draghi going for a draw on the outside of the house. I'll turn. Let's see if lead Graziano will manage to accomplish this.
Yeah.
So sweeper's working it hard. Looks good.
Looks good.
It looks pretty good.
Heavy again, maybe? No, we'll sit. Yes, it was a bit frosty during the whole weekend, so the danger is that the stone could stop quite fast, so sweeper must be aware during the wall sheet. Now Team Draghi going for the takeout and going defensive as they started.
Definitely sticking to their defensive strategy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Going line. Looks good.
only one sweeper.
Only one swimmer is
Should be
enough.
good enough.
Is enough.
It is.
It's-
Even gets a little bit of a roll. Sits on the back of the forefoot. And Team Draghi also going defensive and hitting back.
Team Draghi won all the game until now.
Yeah, they went undefeated.
Undefeated. They look well, in a good shape. For last tournament of the season, of a good season. Even for Draghi Junior was a good season. Bit of struggle with the junior. They finished runner-ups, but they're good season.
Yeah, both of them. So they get the roll out of the house. So chance for Team Draghi Junior to maybe go a little more aggressive.
Or at least to get a feeling of the draw weight.
Might come on handy later on.
Yeah. Looks heavy again. Sweepers are off. No, it's good.
Skip looks satisfied. So Team Draghi going for a hit again. They probably want to stick more or less there.
At least this time. It would be better to stick. And I think this end will just go by with this hit strategy. Will be over soon, I think. All the hits.
No line.
No line and stick. Even gets a good roll could be tricky this side, maybe
side.
for a jam. I think it's quite hard to get a jam, but never know. Still there.
Well, we see a very nice hit and roll on the other sheet,
Yeah.
covering the road.
Covered the opposite one, but
What? Yeah.
at least
Quite remarkable. Anyway, so we see juniors here hitting. Looks pretty good.
Maybe it's outside.
Just out.
So take a look at it. Looks outside.
So they're calling
For the draw, yeah.
So they're calling for the draw behind or even a freeze in front in case. So Skip saying it's out. So they're going for the come around.
Yeah. This could be an opportunity for Team Draghi to set up a good stone and some kind of guard and even a possible jam. So it would be a good spot if they can sit on the edge of the 12 foot.
So line seems
Right off, even
kind of
weight.
okay, but yeah, it looks way heavy.
Not a good shot from Simone Sola, who plays now second. We have seen him during the World Tournament playing lead. Can play both. Easily played even skip for the junior team this year.
He's a very multi-purpose player. He did a very good job as lead in the previous games. Let's see if he can keep up the good work in this gold medal final. So we see here another draw.
Again, looks heavy.
It's heavy again, so both teams struggling with the draw weight.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying the same now again.
Yeah, the ice was tricky all the weekend. We talked to the team, and they always said that they had some difficulties with reading the ice, giving the broom also, and that's the problem with the big arena. It's really hard to get a good ice, particularly here in Italy. The ice maker have done an excellent job.
Yeah, great job.
But still, it's quite easy to find some spots, some straight spots, some problem with the frost, and now we have seen a good shot now.
Yes, it's pretty good.
Didn't curl enough at the end, but still passed the guard and can be tricky.
Yeah. As the tournament went on, we actually saw an increase in the ice quality. Yeah. And for the semi-final, we were actually speaking to the teams, and apparently there were more or less 8 foot of curl,
which is
not
good.
bad.
Yeah, actually.
So we see a pretty good hit and stick here. Maybe the roll isn't available anymore. But you see now Peruka worried with the barrier. Had to fix that too. Okay, so trying for a
takeout, maybe get a bit of roll to.
Hard to roll.
That's really hard. I think they will
looks a little wide.
Go roll the other way and just simple takeout, rolling out, giving Draghi Junior the opportunity to sit on that spot and to be tricky to take out.
Yeah, they're looking for the freeze, I think. Yeah, calling for the outturn, as we can see.
I've noticed now in the other sheet, the Norway pants are popular now. Anyway, even the yellow one from Team Draghi Junior is quite
very
something.
flashy.
Yeah.
So they were trying the freeze. They actually get a raise. Pretty good, actually. It's maybe you can see 3/4.
Yeah, I think so. They just go for a take on, maybe get the roll on the center of the house, and
I think they'll try and go for the extra end now, as we are on skipped shots. You see here, third Fabio Sola holding the broom. So I'm calling the line. Going hard, working it hard, and actually catches a guard. So now Team Draghi Junior have a good chance to force.
Yeah. They started defensive, now they are getting
Aggressive.
maybe a good and forcing the Team Draghi to take a single. Now Draghi Junior is calling for a freeze. Would be not a good idea. Would leave Team Draghi an easy double, but I think they changed their mind. I hope so.
Yeah, judging from the broom.
No, yeah, it doesn't curl that much, so I think we'll go on the
definitely
other
not.
side,
Or maybe
forcing. Well, let's say Draghi Senior. Otherwise, we
get mixed up.
yeah. Ooh. Looks good enough.
This good.
I think
With
it is.
stick. Looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you can see, the hair broom not affecting too much.
So Draghi Senior will have to take the single. Not what they wanted, I suppose. This end started to be a blank one, and now they are forced to one. Not a good way to start a final.
Definitely not. So broom is in place. Shot is being delivered. Don't see much panic. Should be
Control.
alright. And it's
Stick.
right from the nose. So score of 1 for Team Draghi. Okay, so this time is Junior with the hammer. And Team Draghi starting. As we can see here, both teams sporting some very colorful.
Definitely, yes. Junior with white, yellow pants, yellow stone,
Yeah.
and Draghi red jacket and red stone.
We also see third Pimpini
Wearing
Some-
glasses.
sporty glasses.
Yeah. There's not a lot of light inside there, but
As well as
Anyway.
Simone Sola actually sporting a baseball cap.
I think it is NHL cap from Los Angeles King. If I yeah, definitely Los Angeles King.
Alright, so first shot in place. That was lead Graziano Iacovetti going for the forefoot. And once again we see juniors going for the defensive path. So here they are.
Calling the line. Ooh,
Calling the
looks
line. Looks
really
w-
tight.
Yeah, wow,
Too much.
that's quite a
And
bad
he flashed
mistake.
it.
You can see the disappointment in.
Peruka with his hat.
Yeah. Okay, so here they are now calling regard. It's not really sitting on the center line.
No.
That looks to be quite an issue with.
With Graziano shot. Yeah.
Still, let's see if he can guard it well.
Would be good to get at least an edge of the center line to.
So we
Would be
put
bad.
working it again. Looks pretty good.
No. Again, tight.
That is, yeah, it is guarding it pretty well.
Uh,
Just
A bit over
you
curled.
can just see it going for the freeze. So change of plan here in the junior team.
You have now to follow the game. They will do it.
Going for the precision shots. As you can see in the background, Team Draghi's coach. You can recognize him.
From his belly.
Flavio Perucca, who happens to be also Junior's team skip father.
The fitness coach.
Yeah. Lines look close.
Controlling. Looks wide.
Looks wide actually.
Looks even a bit heavy. And it is heavy. And it will not stay. Yeah, it will definitely stay.
Yep.
But not in a really good spot.
Back 8, so Team Draghi going very aggressive.
Calling the freeze to his
Calling
own
a freeze.
would be definitely, if he makes it, it will be definitely hard for Draghi Junior to
score more than one.
score more than one, yep.
Okay, so shot coming up.
Swipper's
Line
carrying
looks
it.
Pretty decent.
Maybe he's calling for the freeze.
I think it's going, for
They
the
changed their
freezing on the
mind.
back.
It's really heavy.
It's actually
even
a tap.
Yeah.
It's actually turned out to be a takeout.
No. Again, some
Issues with the speed.
Yep.
The Junior's coming back with a freeze, attempting it again.
Less ice.
Much less size, yeah.
The ice is not curling like yesterday, during the semi-final was a bit better, and now during this final we've seen already the team starting with giving the broom, and again way heavy for freeze.
Yeah, it was the top, so now Team Draghi with a chance to lie 3. The simple, with a pretty simple hit and roll, you can almost see the whole of the stone. So calling for a controlled weight, I think.
Almost the same as previously.
Once again, skip calling for the line, and sweeper's working it. Oh, this looks very close.
And just
doesn't roll much.
Doesn't roll much, but at least
Double should be pretty difficult. So,
but now they have a really good spot to sit in Draghi Junior. If they can freeze, at least they would sit better than they look now.
Definitely yes. Doesn't look much ice
No.
given.
Definitely not.
Oh.
Looks calling the line.
Oh, this looks
On the guard.
very tight.
Very tight.
Oh, and it wrecks.
Touch the guard and roll away.
Rolls to the side, so I don't think they're actually ignoring it.
Yeah.
They're line 2 at the moment, so they're going for the guard. They could also go for the takeout and sit 4, but at that point I think Team Junior would have a hit and roll behind that guard, which is now definitely a corner guard.
With a guard, it would be really hard for Draghi Junior to go and sit first stone because
you see a red sitting right on the pin. So
and even more problem is the ice. It doesn't curl enough, so a good guard would do the job.
Over curl
again. So Draghi Junior has still the possibility to
freeze once again.
Freeze once again.
I think they're going for that.
Looking for the double, maybe. Yeah,
With a hit and roll?
definitely not going for the
The freeze, no. Definitely not. So we are on third shot. So that would be Joy De Luca.
It's good enough.
Looks good.
And it's a good
It's
shot.
a good double. That's a pretty good shot, yeah. Still, you can still see it,
Yeah.
but they're now lying second and third shot with the hammer.
The
So
problem-
that's not bad. If they can stick it well, though, they will be lying 2. Team Draghi, of course.
quite hard now to get rid of the red one.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
covered by 2 guards.
Yeah.
So they're still quite in a pretty good shape.
Yeah.
So
Fabio, just
that's very
fatter the
close.
guard and get a bit of roll.
Bit of a
there,
roll,
I
not
think.
much.
Not much. Maybe there's still the double.
Yeah, maybe the double is available. There.
Looks like it is.
And I think this is a good call.
Definitely.
I would go for the double. Would you?
Sure. They tried to freeze and they didn't succeed. Now they have to go for the double if they want to sit 2. They could actually get the roll behind, so to force the Draghi first.
The hard shot.
Yeah, and they got the roll.
That's
Not enough. The double
Not
was
enough.
not enough to.
It's made the takeout slightly more difficult.
Yeah.
So we see Fabio Sola calling for a controlled weight.
Yeah. Even if they
More
go,
ice.
even if they take the yellow and roll outside, it's not a problem because the red one is really hard to take. I mean, I think it's impossible due to the condition of the ice. So even get rid of the yellow and roll outside is not bad. So Draghi, they have still the possibility to force juniors to 1. So
I'd say the main goal is just to
Get rid
take
of that, yeah.
get rid of the yellow.
first skip stone.
Sweeper's working again.
Looks
That looks
good.
very
Looks tight. Ooh.
Just
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 the
Rex.
guard
it
and
does just enough.
yeah, feather the guard and still have the line to take the yellow off and to sit.
That was a very big risk, though.
Yeah,
Very lucky there.
yeah.
So I think they're now going for the double.
I think they tried the peel
peel.
with the double. Yeah. Draghi, they risked with the guard because taking off that guard would be really dramatic.
Yeah.
Giving the chance
Yeah, if he
to
didn't-
juniors to go for the 3.
If they didn't touch the shot yellow, it would have been a real disaster.
Yeah, bad shame.
So Peruka panicking here. Looks okay. I think they were actually going for the double. Didn't quite make it.
No.
It's actually
Unlucky. Quite
no.
unlucky.
Yeah.
They got the gem on their own, and Draghi is still sitting first, and now has a chance to go behind or hit and roll.
Yeah. Or simply hit and stick.
Yeah, it depends now on the skip failing. If he wants to go for the draw, but we have seen all teams struggling with draw weight, so I think they will go for the hit and roll.
Yeah, I think he's going for the takeout. In the first 10 he didn't actually throw any draws, so going for the simple way, keeping it easy.
Yeah.
Line 2, and try and get the force.
Draghi is still looking good because the red one is perfectly behind the guard, so it would be really hard for juniors to do something with this. Even if Draghi roll outside, the blank is really hard because I don't think they have the line to take
I
outside.
don't think so. We'd have to feather that guard.
Yeah.
So in the end, I think it's a pretty good call. So line is off. Calling it now. Ooh, this looks very wide.
They
So I think
try
they're trying to avoid it. Ooh.
That's not something you see often.
No, that's a very, very poor shot. What happened there?
I think they called for missing the stone because it was wide. But
Started to curl in the end, so just touched it and actually
gave the chance Draghi.
Golden chance here to score 2. And
From being forced to 1, now they have the chance to go for the 2, which is actually pretty good for how they looked until now during this hand.
So
Sweeper
off. That's
looks heavy. Way heavy.
This looks heavy. They look actually stopping before the hog line.
Really heavy. This could do some damage.
Good grief. That was very unfortunate.
Yeah. Draghi makes a favor and Draghi Junior bounces it back. And it's just still 1.
So here we are now in the third end. Team Draghi going for the guard. Pretty good guard. We see third Pimpini here, maybe not agreeing too much with his skip as they're calling a come around. And here it is coming.
It's a damage. We don't have the 2 cameras at least to see this.
Yeah.
But
that's all our budget could make. Oh, and he wrecks the guard, which isn't a disaster. He now has a sort of a very tight corner guard and another guard which is not really in the center. So Team Draghi now going for the.
I think they go for the draw.
around.
Come around, yeah. They're going to come around. I think an extra guard would be useful because this ice doesn't curl that much. So even if you get a good draw behind this guard, it would be enough to make Draghi Junior, to put Draghi Junior in trouble.
Line
Curling
quite a lot.
Quite a lot. Oh, just feather the guard. Pass
Yes,
it.
Pimpini.
And even over curl on the other side.
Yeah, it's actually come out from the other side.
I think they have can
Chance
see
to
a good
freeze
part
here.
of it.
To follow back. They're actually going for the outturn this time.
Maybe trying a tap.
This could be trickier. They haven't played as much on that side, that outside.
There is the risk of the frost.
Yeah.
It could be really doing some damage.
Yep. Ice has been quite frosty the whole time, so
Temperature outside has given some trouble to the ice maker during the whole weekend.
as we remember, world famous ice maker Dante Cogno, a true leader in Italian ice, Santa Claus as they call him. As we expected,
They had trouble.
they just got over the hog line.
And
so
here
now,
is the extra guard for Team Draghi.
just what they needed. after the steal of one in the second, they're now looking pretty good for another steal already.
Yeah. With a good shot in this situation, they could really put Draghi Junior in some trouble. They will have to go for even a double peel now.
They are a hitting team though, so might not
They
be.
like big hits.
Yeah, they enjoy
again a big
hitting.
roll, a big curl.
Very nice curl. So it actually looks like the ice is now beginning to.
Better. Yep, getting better.
Yeah, it is getting way better. There was a perfect draw.
Perfect shot.
Perfect shot from.
Here is the peel we talk about.
From second Simone Sola. And Draghi Junior not going to carry this any further and going for the peel.
You have to be careful about jam on their own yellow. Could even get some trouble. We have seen there's still this weekend some shots like this.
Yeah, you see that happening already.
Yeah.
So I think they're going for the single peel. Oh no, maybe it's the double. Oh, that's
this is double. Ooh,
pretty good shot. Almost
pushed
managed
the yellow
to
one
push
inside.
the yellow inside. Would have been a great shot.
Yeah.
It does still leave the guard.
Yeah.
So
A second guy would
in
put.
the end, not much of a difference, although it is higher up.
Yeah, maybe lightly on the outside, maybe more wide than before. But I think that with Draghi guard, they will be in the same trouble.
So Team Draghi going for the guard once again. They are lying two, both touching the forefoot. This looks slightly heavy. I think it's coming into the rings. Not bad.
Actually, not bad. Maybe
Not too bad.
Oh.
Line 3 now, so the juniors are going to start playing inside of the rings, going for the freeze. Kind of tough.
Maybe they should try at least to get rid of one. Maybe with a tap.
Yep.
At least to get something behind the guard, the T line.
Get something moving.
Yeah. Actually, I think the weight is good for that. And they actually.
It is a tap, but it rolls inside. So
here's this chance for Team Draghi to make a good shot.
if he makes this hit and roll perfect, then it's going to be
Really tough.
really hard.
Yeah. Definitely juniors are not looking good.
No.
Shot still have to be made, but we're confident.
Yeah, so it's now third, Fabio Sola in the hack. Here's a shot being delivered.
He usually doesn't miss this kind of shot.
No, you normally see him making them.
Ooh, overcurl again. We have seen this spot curling that really.
Touched it. It just wrecked the first draw, the one in the 12 foot. And in a similar way as the previous hand, the Skip's first stone, he still managed to correct his path and take out the yellow. So Team Draghi once again a little fortunate perhaps, as the juniors are attempting another freeze, going on the outturn once again.
I think that Draghi had to be more careful about the ice. We have seen that spot curling a lot during the draw. Maybe they had to be more careful now.
They
Team
were actually
Draghi
going for the takeout.
is
My
not-
mistake.
Yeah.
And yeah, still 3 reds,
Get rid
2
of
counting.
a single one, and now
And the yellow is pretty well in sight. So Team Draghi
sitting already 2. They have the
sitting 2,
chance.
they have the chance now to sit 4. And definitely force the juniors to 1. at this point.
No, still, maybe Draghi Junior has still the chance to do something with these last two shots, because many red stones are under T line. But it's quite hard. They have to make the shot now. They cannot afford a single miss. Ooh, looks wide again, and
Both
again,
go away.
a big.
Bit wide, although maybe it's not that bad. At least he can't freeze behind cover anymore. So
actually, he could kind of better now. Even if they don't sit forward, they at least get rid of a stone under T line,
which is good.
yeah, which is good.
So the juniors,
Still one under T line, but even if with a perfect freeze, Draghi has still the possibility to get rid of everything behind, and they still have a red stone behind the guard. So
this looks way heavy again.
yeah, not so much for the draw weight now.
So there it is. Doesn't look covered. Maybe they're just checking with the front end. But I think they're going for the hit, yeah.
We have seen the other turn curling a lot. Now we have to see if this curl.
Not as much.
And I think again, if they can get rid of this yellow one, it will be really hard for the Draghi Junior to get the blank. Maybe they have to. They should go for the single. Be more close with the score. Not giving Draghi
The chance to build up too much of a gap.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Looks
sweeper's
good.
quite calm. Looks good enough.
Good enough.
Rolls
And
out.
again, we'll see now if I.
Doesn't change much, as the red is pretty well covered. So Junior's going for the simple draw. Just draw the 4-foot. No, they're actually drawn to the side. Now that's a strange call.
Is it the last stone? I think it is.
Yep. Yeah, you would normally draw to the center. It doesn't make much difference if the player, remember here, fourth player is Alessandro Zoppi. If he's more confident with the side,
Ooh, looks not.
looks heavy again. Sweeper's off. Yeah, it is long, heavy once again. So another steal of one.
No. There's still a stone.
Sorry.
Here now we know why they try to go behind the yellow guard, not going for to the center.
Yeah.
From this position, it's hard to see the stones missing.
Yeah, we need to do the maths.
Yeah.
Right, so it looks like they are in the end calling a guard. What would you do in this situation?
I don't know. We have seen this spot curling a lot. They could even get maybe a draw behind the stone sitting on the 12-foot, maybe on the edge of the 4-foot. But even if they sit on top of the 12-foot, it will be hard for Team Draghi Junior to make a. They would at least they give out the chance for example, for a split. Now Draghi Junior is forced to one. I don't think they have the chance to.
It's not in, so yeah.
I think I wouldn't go for the blank. Now they have to go back. They have to score. They have to get on the board.
And surely there is no split available.
So, I mean, they have already thrown this stone
2 times now.
2 times now, so
There shouldn't be a big problem.
again.
Okay, they are calling line. They look quite confident. Should be okay.
Looks heavy again.
It's heavy. It's a little
Fabio
heavy.
tries and sweep it, and
Yeah.
again
And
it's really heavy.
Heavy once again. So very bad mistake.
Bad mistake.
Second in a row. So yeah, Alessandro Zoppi here is struggling a bit with his weight.
Here we are on the 4th end of this final. Filoderendro is feeling comfortable now. Team Draghi feeling comfortable with a 3-0 lead.
So I think the call was,
For a draw, I think
I'm
Graziano.
not quite sure. It's a very tight guard though. And it's not quite on the center line once again.
Once again, trouble with the center line for the lead.
Although he's had a pretty solid performance until now. So here is now the junior is going for the come around. Looks pretty close. Oh, it just feathers the guard. Very good shot.
Very good shot.
Sitting in the 8-foot.
Draghi ask already for the run back without
Run back.
hesitation. You don't see often this kind of shot from a lead. There, I think there is not a big gap between the two, but still a hard shot to call.
Line is off.
Line is off.
Maybe it's a
Still
little
off.
wide.
I
It's
think
curling now.
It's curling now.
And yes, it is just enough. And even gets a roll to the side. So it's a pretty good shot. Now the juniors
Going again for the
with Skip Peruka, as we remember, similarly to Tim Sigfridsson from Sweden. They have Skip throwing lead stones. And they are now attempting the come around with third Pimpini.
the glass guy.
Sunglasses guy.
The
Holding the
classy
broom.
guy.
So it's actually it's getting quite mixed up here because Pimpini is vice skip, but he delivers second shot stones.
We should ask for this formation to the team coach
And yeah,
Silvano Boggio.
yeah. As we see another
Another mistake from
mistake
Peruka.
from Stefano Peruka.
Not a good game for him until now.
No, he's definitely struggling.
The two teams are struggling now. I think the ice is really hard to be read, and
Yeah, I think it's changing quite a lot.
yeah,
So they're talking about peeling or coming around. So Team Draghi actually going for the offensive way,
yeah.
and they're going for the come around again. They have a 3-shot lead. They obviously don't think that's enough yet.
It could be a good way to force and have the hammer to control better. 2-1, the 3-1 lead with the hammer would be perfect.
Yeah, going into the fifth end.
It's
Sweep is
curling.
working it.
Sweep is, and again, I
And
think
it wrecks again. So it was a little bit of misjudged line. And now the juniors have the chance to maybe get a hit and roll.
That's pity because we have seen the stone curling would have been a great shot from Simone.
Yeah.
Maybe
Bit
too late for the line.
Unfortunate there. So line looks
Now good junior
looks
trying the
wide,
double.
Although they get a very nice double here.
I
Not
don't
sure
think
if
they
it
were
was
going for,
expected.
I don't think they were going for the double, but good shot.
Pimpini making a very good shot. So now Team Draghi starting to clear things up. Going for the straight takeout.
Yeah, still good for Team Draghi. They now have almost empty house. They have still the two guard though, but they're quite far. And
I don't think they're going for the roll.
no, I don't think so. We have to see now if Draghi Juniors are going for the aggressive way, going behind the two guards, or just the defensive one and keeping going with the hit.
This looks wide.
Looks wide.
Rolls
Ooh.
out.
So chance now for Draghi Junior to go behind the guards and sit.
Sit one undercover and apply some pressure.
Could be a key shot, at least to get a change in this final.
So line being called. We see sweepers again.
Working hard.
Working
Giada De
hard.
Luca
Looks very close to
controlling.
the guard.
Again looks
Line
heavy.
looked good.
Looks
Weight
heavy.
is a little heavy.
Still good enough to set.
Sits in the back 12. So I think now Team Draghi are going for the come around, same way.
Yep.
Following things.
They even have the possibility to freeze back, and that would be not really a good shot, but still
But not too bad.
not too bad. I have to see if Draghi have the weight, the draw weight. We have seen them struggling until now.
And it's now third shot. Oh, Fabio Sola in the hack. So lines off. Just cleaning.
Graziano Iacovetti controlling. Looks
Wait.
wide.
Looks quite wide, yeah. Yeah, so
You need the weight. Not a good shot from.
perfect weight. It does look actually like as the curl isn't very consistent.
Yeah.
We see some shots curling a lot and some others not as much. Might be in a difference between the far end and the home end. So Draghi Junior go for the hit.
Looks wide. Could be just some damage.
And they jam it. They jam it.
That's a big mistake
That's
from Giada De Luca.
yeah.
They
It
were
was
sitting
tough
well.
one.
They had the chance to even roll and sit two under cover. And now with this jam, they
Things
give
are
Draghi the possibility to force Draghi Junior again. Looking for the line, holding the stone, and I think there's
too bad.
Not
Bit
too
of a roll.
bad.
Doesn't get behind the
Maybe
guard.
a bit overswept, but I think there's a big difference between every shot. I think the ice is really difficult to read and even to handle for the skip.
Draghi Junior now trying and
Again,
take
the
the roll
roll.
again.
but they just
They get it straight on the nose.
knows it.
And so we're now to skip shots.
Go for
I
the
think they're tempting
roll,
the
yeah.
hit and roll once again. Let's see if they can manage this time. The roll now would be pretty perfect, I'd say, as it would sit in front of the tee line. Let's see if they can accomplish that. As we see Junior's backhand in the background. So sweepers off. And I think it's going to be nose.
nose again.
Nose
Yeah.
it again. So it's a pretty tricky spot. That center line hit right now.
I think that's what they are discussing, the Team Draghi backhand now. And they're arguing about the ice. They gave a lot less ice than Draghi Junior is doing now, but he still knows it. So we have to see if
What happens now? But I wouldn't expect it to roll.
and he's
It's
actually over curling. So you can see it's a really tricky
Really
ice.
tricky spot.
Yeah.
They roll out, and Team Draghi now have the chance
To force again.
to force again, yeah, or even steal.
Yeah, depending on Zoppi's ability for the draw. He's struggling now. He hasn't made a lot of shots until now.
We see here skip Pascale now. Nice gripper from Gaio on the other sheet.
The pink one.
Pink one.
Yep. A nice broom. We haven't talked about it. The Team Draghi with fancy brooms.
Yeah, very
I talked
customized.
I talked to one of them and they told me that they're actually making these stickers for broom for all clubs. They are available at their site, internet, and if you contact the Facebook page, you can order them.
As we've seen Team Draghi making the draw, they are sitting two.
Again, giving more ice than the Draghi did. They're
So-
not calling line.
Juniors now have the chance to.
Oh, right off.
Yeah, they're off. Looks heavy as well.
Looks heavy.
But makes the double, and if he rolls out, it's actually a blank hand. I don't think I'm not sure that was actually what they
Cold,
wanted, but
still
very
better.
good shot. Here we are now in the fifth hand after the fourth hand break, which I'm not sure that happened. And the score stays the same,
3-0.
3-0. Team Draghi leading the scoreboard. And now drawing the forefoot. Let's see if lead Jacobetti.
Draghi Junior is running out of hands. Still have to go on the scoreboard.
Yeah, we remember this is a gold medal game, so this is to win the second edition of the International Turin Curling Cup 2014. So here they are, Pimpini calling for the guard, but judging from the broom placement, doesn't look like they're going for the guard, which would be a normal call. What do you think?
I don't actually understand what they're calling.
I think they're calling for the freeze.
That will be not my first choice. No, definitely not.
Go for the hard way.
Yeah,
And
I would go for the guard, traditional way, because I think that even if he makes a perfect freeze, Draghi has the possibility to blast everything and and go again for a blank hand which will be really a good way for Draghi to go on with the game.
Very bad shot. They actually guarded that center shot, so yeah. So we see Team Draghi going offensive. And
second shot, and Draghi Junior are already in trouble.
They're definitely struggling
with the first shots. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think I would have gone for sure for the corner guard here, keeping it simple and plain, not going for fancy things.
No, even if you make the perfect freeze, Draghi has still the 7 shot to get rid of your stone. So I think they will do the double, and if you give them 7 shots to do a double, they will do it.
They will most likely do it. Yeah,
I hope so.
So guard is up. They now have 2 guards with a nice gap in between, making it hard to double peel.
Yeah, Pimpini calling for a
raise.
Yeah, a raise. Even a corner raise would be good. You put the stone in the house and you roll on the corner like you should have done. Could be a good call. We have to see the result now of this call.
So broom is down, not much ice. And let's see what happens.
Calling the line.
Oh, this is
really tight.
Very tight.
We have seen the spot curling a lot. They actually
went for a double raise here. Yeah. In the end, which is not too bad.
I was surprised by the broom because we have seen in the previous ends that this spot was curling a lot. So I was surprised by the broom, and it actually overcurled. And now Draghi has the possibility to close everything and put Draghi Junior in really bad shape.
Yeah, in a really bad situation.
Yeah, bad situation, yeah.
We see here for a similar line. Well, not really actually, but much more ice here being called for this guard. I think they're going for the guard. There's not too much of panic, so shot should be pretty close. Sweeper just cleaning the path.
Controlling.
And it looks pretty nice.
Good enough, at least.
Maybe a little too high, but
Draghi
still
has,
not bad.
Juniors now have to...
looking for a run back here.
Yeah, at least get a double.
At least peel.
Yeah.
If they can make this run back good enough, they have the chance to sit 2 at that point. Not easy.
Not
to
easy.
That,
no.
As the angle, the yellow-red angle in the rings is not that good. So you see here, skip Perucca calling the line. Sweeper's off. Looks
for a double
wide.
And
ends up with another raise. So
I think when you play with the guard, you have to play with higher weight.
Yeah, so
heavy.
You at least need to make sure you
get rid of something.
You get rid of the guards.
Yeah.
So at the end of this shot, what we see now is a red sitting in the forefoot with a sort of a frozen yellow, and then two center guards.
We have seen on the other sheet a nice split by Team Friedberger, represents in Switzerland at this tournament. A nice
shot.
Nice shot, really nice shot to sit 3. Getting back to this gold medal, now Team Draghi has really the chance to close things up and
apply quite a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
3 guards up now.
Junior has done some mistakes this end, strategic one. going for the freeze on the first shot and playing with soft weight with the guards. It's really dangerous to go with soft weight on guard. You could end up by just promoting one of the opposite stones, so like they actually did.
Yeah, yes, and they're now looking for a multiple peel here. There are 4 guards up now, 3 center guard.
I actually would go with the other.
Another handle.
Yeah, at least.
Line.
I don't think they. Oh, okay. They. Whoa.
Oh, that's very nice shot
nice
here
shot
from Giulia De Luca.
Yeah.
All 3 guards go now.
No, I think it was Pimpini.
It was?
Pimpini shot, yeah. Yes, it is.
Okay, then. Anyway, it was a very good shot, getting rid of all 3 guards. Yeah. And Team Draghi now going, once again, simple. They do have a 3-shot lead, so they're going for the hit and roll on that first yellow to make sure they lie 2 or 3.
Oh, again, the barrier.
Barrier coming off. It is the end of the tournament, so
they are already packing things up.
So sweepers working hard on the line. Doesn't look bad.
Actually moves things up.
Move things. And
actually get a good roll behind the guard.
Behind the guard. Very nice shot.
Yeah. Again.
From Fabio Sola.
Calling freeze on the...
Or a tap, maybe?
Or a tap.
No, go for the freeze.
They could actually go on the other one. At least they would be first. But it's quite soon in the end. Maybe it's a better call to go.
It's not very soon. We are on 3rd shots, I think.
Yeah, maybe first.
Shot for 3rd.
Yeah.
I haven't been counting again. I don't think I will pass my maths exam. So
looks heavy.
Going for the freeze, looking a bit wide, just curling, but just catches the red and moving to the open.
And that's always the problem with the freeze. If you don't have the weight, you could end up by just bumping the opposite stone and rolling on a open side. Now Team Draghi has the possibility to go and sit 3.
Yeah, I think they're going for the roll towards the other side. So towards the red that's sitting behind the T line. At least I would do that. So lines off. Working it now. And
they got the roll.
Just
enough.
Just enough to take it away, but they've now left a double.
A pretty easy one.
Pretty easy double.
Yep.
And still they would be lying 2nd.
Yeah, maybe the problem with the double here, I don't think they have the possibility to go undercover, so it will be easy for Draghi to just get rid of the yellow one. We have to see.
Looks a little tight.
Looks tight.
It gets the roll and freeze it. This is actually a perfect shot.
Yeah. They're now sitting 1 with the freeze, just a bit undercover, not full stone.
But it's got a very nice angle on the freeze.
Definitely.
That's a very good shot.
We have to see if just blasting everything, the yellow one would go. I think they are going for that.
Yeah, I think you can see more or less half of it.
Yeah.
So they're trying.
They go for the howitzer.
They're going for the heavyweight.
Let's see if Pascal has the accuracy with the big weights. You have proven many times to be good at this kind of shots.
Apparently, he made some of these at the finals in Chembra.
Especially a triple that
Yeah.
gave the possibility to score a big end. They weren't looking good that end. I remember it. Now, no, not
Stakes.
accuracy. Not enough.
That's not enough. It does get rid of the guard, but now the juniors have the chance to freeze on the other side.
Again,
In that case, it might have even a chance for scoring 3. Although that takeout in the top 8 shouldn't be too hard, but you never know.
no. You see him missing one.
Oh, that's them going for the freeze. Juniors coming now with their
freeze.
skips, with their fourth first shot.
Has to be perfect.
Has to be perfect.
Looks,
Weight looks okay, but
over
it's
curling.
definitely over curling. And yeah, it is over curling. That's
I think the freeze was maybe a bit too much. They would maybe
they just needed to make sure they were lying first on the second shot. I think
maybe with a simple hit and go for the 2. There was no need for the freeze. Harder shot for the same result. With a simple takeout, and they were already going for the 2.
so. I think now
Team Draghi maybe has the possibility to force again, because if they get rid of the yellow one without touching the red one, they can actually force Draghi Junior to go for a single.
So once again, looks like Alessandro Zoppi will be forced to draw the house. He's been struggling a bit in the first four ends. And here comes the heavyweight. And
Good enough.
yeah, he even pushes the red a little more in. They're definitely lying
2
now.
And Zoppi again forced to 1.
Peruca is actually calling a takeout.
Maybe it's
But
a better call.
There's a bit
We've
of,
seen him struggling with the draw. Maybe no, going for the draw.
there's a bit of misunderstanding here, I think. Going for the freeze again. Maybe they want to have some backing. Yeah, so I think they're going for the intern draw. Having some backing and making sure they
Score.
stay in
They
the
have
house.
to.
They definitely have to score.
Yeah. Ooh,
This is not a good sign.
this is not a good
Skipper
sign.
running up. They're all now sweeping it. It doesn't look too bad. Maybe it's over curling. Oh, it's
Again,
it's
shirt.
caught the frost.
And
That's it.
they were
Shorts.
able just to
It looks like 1.
give
maybe 2.
up 1. No, I think they will
Maybe
just
2.
give up 1 again.
Well,
Steal
one is
of
for sure.
1.
Looks like they're going to measure.
No measure. Steal of 1. No. Oh, they're actually going for the measure.
It does look like it's yellow from here, but we have a strange angle, so can't really tell. As we see no players checking.
There's no empire, so I think Fabio will do the job.
Yeah, that's
Third job. Again, Pimpini looking at the 2.
So here they go with a measure.
Maybe need more practice. Okay.
In Italian championships, we normally get umpires in every weekend.
Only Pimpini for the
Check.
check.
Let's see. And yeah. Yellow.
Looks yellow.
It is yellow. So steal
Steal
of
of
one
one.
for Team Draghi. We're now in a very good shape for the title, leading 4-0
Here in the
After
sixth.
after 5 ends.
Here we are in the sixth stand. Only 3 to go. Draghi Junior has,
Some big work to do.
yeah, actually, they're really looking good, Draghi, for the win.
So once again, the first shot being called is a draw.
Let's see if he can get the center line. And again, it's over curling.
It's over curling a bit. There's no good luck with this center line, but it's made it into the rings. Pimpini.
I think again,
I think they're going for the freeze once again. That's
A new strategy.
You
Okay.
can see the two players here joking.
I think it's no strategy they decided with
With the
their
coach.
coach. I don't think that will pay.
I think they're sticking to their plan, but is it actually going to pay off? Well, freeze is made. It's a pretty decent shot. Yeah. Slightly short.
Even though it's a good shot, you can still get rid of everything and go for the blank end. So
So I
I don't think that this is actually paying off this plan. Yeah.
yeah, they aren't actually frozen. So we see here lead Iacovetti going with the bullet, as he can.
You have proven he can do it. He has done a run back, an excellent run back. So there's no reason he can.
He can make this.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Just needs a thick half. Here they
Lost
go.
everything, and
Yeah.
now Draghi Junior has lost.
A chance. So
Yeah,
Go for the
they
freeze.
already lost the free guard zone, so they're already not in a good shape. So I don't think this is a good idea.
as we see in the background, President Davide Flora. You can't see the face, but it is him. And here they are calling the freeze.
No, I think they changed it. Yeah, they actually changed.
Change of plan.
Realize is not again. The boards are going.
Yeah, Davide Flora helping out. I'm not quite sure why they're calling the guard here, as there's no more free guard zone. I would have called that with the first shot, and maybe freeze with the second.
Yeah.
Definitely not going this way.
Oh.
Anyway, the guard goes up pretty well. Pretty good corner guard.
They're already now without the
No hesitation.
no hesitation for the peel, and juniors has lost the free guard zone, and now already going for the black. Yeah, I think that's really not a good strategy. Not with the kind of team that can throw peel.
Let's see here, second, Simone Sola. Going for the ordinary peel. So lines off.
Lines off.
And
And
looks
just
pretty good. Yeah.
taking off stone. Get rid
everything
of
goes.
everything. So no.
Shooter actually sticks. In the back, we see here some
Celebration.
some celebrations from
Olympic celebration.
so, Draghi Juniors going for the guard again. Hat coming back. there is no doubt that they do have style.
Yeah.
As we see Zoppi and De Luca.
Can see the photographer from Team Draghi in the background.
Yeah, official photographer. And he draws on the side. No hesitation once again. Going for the,
I think
straight hit.
They were going for the guard, I suppose.
Yeah, I think they called the guard.
I hope so. It would
As we see another measure on the other sheet. Freiberger himself. And so, yeah, they're going for the simple hit in turn. And it's enough. Looks like it's rolling out. A bit of misfortune there.
Again going for the guard.
The guard again. They're definitely going offensive now.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have started this a little earlier.
Yeah. Avoiding the freeze on his first shot. Actually, could already go in the house. They have the chance for the two.
Yeah.
For two freezes.
They do have two freeze opportunities.
But with the guard, at least, it would be difficult for Team Draghi to get rid of the guard because they can still risk a jam. Or I don't think they will risk the jam and just go for with the other curl.
So the guard is up, and they're going for the straight peel again. Pretty straightforward shot. So here was Draghi Junior, just trying to get offensive for one more shot, and then I think we'll see them going into the rings. So this looks wide. Oh, and he flashed it.
Flash too. See Fabio missing a
shot. So now Junior's having a pretty
good opportunity
here.
Yeah, they have to make it. Otherwise, they will definitely go away any chance to come back in this game. They need the sand. They need at least a deuce. But they definitely need to go on the scoreboard.
This looks wide again.
Looks wide. It's starting to curl. Bruca helping out.
Yeah, it does make the 4-foot.
Maybe get some roll, but
it's not too bad.
Not too bad.
But I think they can see all of it, so yeah. I don't think they're going for the fancy hit and roll. We don't need it, so they're just going to blast it.
They could even try the double with a run back. Could be dangerous though on the red on.
Yeah, maybe they could get a wrong angle and jam it on the back and leave two yellows, but
this could get still rid of the guard. That's, I think, right now the most dangerous part. And looks
quite inside.
Quite inside, yeah.
Little risk of a jam there. Does enough. No more guards. So
Sola playing third this game. It's actually used to play second or skip. Starting in a new role.
Yeah.
For the final and semi-final.
As we see, Draghi Junior is here, going with a out-turn draw, attempting a wide draw.
Controlling.
Yeah, just controlling the weight. Looks pretty good.
Maybe.
Pretty good.
Yeah, maybe.
There's double available.
Yeah. Maybe too heavy. A bit too heavy.
A little too heavy.
Yeah. Even the double. That will help definitely kill all the possibility for a good end for Draghi Junior. chance they built so hard during the wall.
The whole end.
Yeah.
Would have needed to draw a little wider,
Yeah.
but still double has to be made. So let's see if Skip Pascale can accomplish this.
Still, there is some danger with the jam. It will definitely give the possibility for a good end.
And this is over curling as well.
Overcurl.
Yeah, and going right out. So we see juniors now the chance to put a second one in. Once again, not giving much ice. Let's see if they can put a big enough distance between the two shots. They could even maybe even afford to freeze the back one.
Yeah.
And Peruca running up.
Not too much confidence on the sweeper.
Looks okay.
Looks fine enough. And finally.
Yeah, that's a pretty good shot.
Pretty good shot. Maybe.
I don't think they're going to try this time.
No.
Need to get it far too thick. And
I don't think there's the need to risk for the 3. The 3 will give Draghi Junior definitely the chance to come back in this game. Giving the 2 will give still the control to Team Draghi, which will lead with 2.
I think they go for a pretty straightforward hit and roll here. Maybe they can still manage to get first shot.
They can afford to give up 2.
But they can afford to give up 2.
Totally.
With no doubt.
Going in the 7th end with the hammer and a lead.
A 2-shot lead.
Yeah.
So, yeah. On the nose. And going for the second. I'm tempted to say they're going on the scoreboard for sure, but I would have said that in the second end too. So
yeah.
I won't say that again.
That mistake was a big one because it could really change the game. Even if it was early in the second end, they could lead by 1, and at the end they just gave up 1. So it was a big mistake. I think this had some consequences on the wall game. Going for the draw,
okay.
Using
Looks
the
okay,
back.
free touch.
Yeah.
That's good enough. So finally,
Using
Draghi Junior going onto the scoreboard. Draghi Junior here going for the guard, center guard. They now really need to steal. I don't see any other
possibility.
Any other ways of trying to win this game other than stealing and stealing again.
Yeah, even forcing Draghi to 1
wouldn't have much.
No. Going with the hammer in the last end, down by 3, it's really a big gap.
It's quite tough.
Yeah. We have seen rarely teams making a 3-stone shot hand in the last end. It's quite hard.
As we see the first guard coming up very well. That was Skip Peruca. The high guard. He will need some separation between the two.
Yeah.
So that's a very good shot. Sitting on the eye. And Team Draghi going for the come around. line is kind of tight. It comes out pretty well though. It doesn't curl as much on that side as we've seen with the outturn. So we see now juniors go for the come around as well. As we see the juniors now attempting this come around with Stefano Perucca's shot, second shot. It doesn't quite get the cover.
Yeah.
It's quite exposed, so Team Draghi going for the
perfect situation, I think.
Perfect situation for them. They can now quite easily go with a control weight, hit and roll to the side and have one covered.
Deuce.
And set up a deuce, yeah.
A nice deuce.
So this is Jacobetti's second shot. Going for line.
Again, it looks tight.
Yeah, it is tight.
And he
Maybe
just knows it. But it's still good.
Yeah.
Draghi, even if they make a single, they score a single, it will be good enough. They sure have to avoid a steal. So try the blank would be even a good result. Yeah, a good result. But I don't think they will go for the blank. They are pretty confident.
They've been very, very aggressive all the time. So
yeah, I think during the whole weekend we have seen Team Draghi scoring big ends, always playing aggressive. They like aggressive call. So
as you see here, another
big mistake from Pimpini.
Got a mistake here from Pimpini. He was attempting the freeze, ended up pushing a little that red and rolling on the outside. So they now have this yellow inside, and I think probably they're going for the hit and roll. And he gets a roll, maybe a little too much. I'm not sure. I think they wanted to roll on the other side.
Still good.
Still quite good. Line 2. So now Draghi Junior is going for the freeze.
In the line. Looks way tight.
Looks a little pacey, maybe? No. It looks quite good.
Yeah.
And finally,
this is good.
It's a very nice shot.
Yeah. It's forcing Draghi to open and go for the peel.
Yeah.
It's up to Fabio. No, still Simone Sola with the peel. Two brothers.
Pretty straightforward shot.
Yeah. I don't think they need to go for the double because
I don't think it's even available.
Yeah, no, the yellow will definitely jam.
That's a pretty perfect freeze.
Yeah. Ooh, looks
a little tight.
And go for the go actually for the jam.
actually jams it. That's not a very nice shot.
No, definitely
Quite
not.
unlucky. Yeah, they even left the guard up. So here we see now Perucca calling for another guard. Remember, he definitely needs to steal. There's still a bit of a discussion here, but in the end I think they're going for the guard. Halfway guard. And you see Stefano rushing out once again, and it's out of the frost again, I think.
Yeah,
Did it make it?
that was the problem playing on the far side all the weekend through.
Doesn't cover much.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, situation isn't ideal.
No, definitely not. They could actually hit and roll and
Maybe sit second.
yeah.
Does look like that yellow is fully in the 12 foot, so maybe with a little roll they can manage to
Still
live second shot, first and second shot. So I think that's the call. I would perfectly agree.
Looks wide.
Looks a little wide.
Definitely looking wide.
Catch it.
Yeah, but roll on the outside.
It does just enough. They are still lying one. So I think now Junior's looking for a raise.
Yeah, proposed a raise.
It's a very tough shot.
Yeah, I think they would just go behind and.
Yeah, I think so. I think just the come around. Maybe it's not that easy, but
Definitely be a good shot. Junior's looking better in this end. After the sixth stand, they looked more confident.
sweepers off.
Supers off. Going for the promotion, actually.
And, ooh, wow. That's a very nice shot. From...
I didn't think it was there. I didn't thought it was there.
No, I didn't think that either. It was a very tough shot, and he actually made it, so...
I thought the two were actually frozen together, so it was quite impossible to... promote.
Looks like Team Draghi now looking for a
run back.
run back.
League get rid of the
guard.
The guard
that
would be a good job.
Yeah, they left that guard before. They could come and play in the house, but they still have that 2 shots lead. So they want to make sure, at least, they have space for future shots. So straightforward peel in the end.
Still not looking good, but at least better now.
So I think Draghi Juniors are going to throw the guard up again and cover their shot, which is right now sitting in the back of the 4 foot. So you can see the game is quite catchy, even people from the other sheets looking across.
Yeah, it's gold medal game. It's always catchy. Fancy trousers are looking.
Oh, here's the guard coming up.
Looking good.
Looking pretty good.
Yeah, it actually is.
That's definitely very good. Very nice shot. So we are now on to skip stones, so I don't think they're going to play the peel again.
No, they definitely have to sit first to force the Draghi Juniors to follow.
Yes, and you definitely want your skip to know the weight, the draw weight. They're discussing now here. Looks like they are discussing various options.
Yeah. You're looking for a promotion, the double, the triple run back, which is not that easy. I mean, if he makes it, it's perfect, but I think it's really hard to do it.
We see
Looking for the draw,
Jacovetti joining.
proposing the draw, but I think it's really hard to. You need to feather the first guard.
Yeah, that looks very...
Very close, at least.
So I think in the end they're actually going for the draw. It looks quite tough. It might be, once again, the distorted angles we get with the camera. As you can see from the broom placement,
I think they will go, yeah.
I think they're going for that, and the amount of curl is not bad. Way over 4 foot.
We still have to see. We still have to see if the frost will do some damage. It's really tough shot. I mean, it needs to feather the first and the second to sit, and have the weight, and it needs also the perfect weight.
Which is tough because of the frost.
Okay.
The line looking kind of tight.
Really
It doesn't
tight.
really feather the guard. Is it
Again
enough to go? Oh, it is by.
It is by maybe
And,
bounce
yes.
it, but
And they're
great
sitting-
shot.
Very nice
by
shot here.
Marco Pascale. They needed a good shot, and they actually did it. And now Draghi Juniors.
It is still in sight, but I don't think they have any takeout
No,
opportunity. So
I think they
they're
will
going to
follow. Yep.
Going for the freeze. There isn't much space.
Well,
Once
seeing
again.
it's a tough shot. If they do it, they could really
Apply
looks
some
good
severe,
for the steal.
yeah, apply some severe pressure.
Yeah.
Really needs to get to the button.
Calling the line. Sweepers are into it.
Once again, not very
Again-
close to the guard. So, but line looks
Again,
okay.
sweeping hard,
Getting it hard.
and this is a great shot.
That's an amazing shot from Alessandro Zoppi.
The juniors look quite happy,
Oh, I bet they do.
and
And that's going to be really tough
Yeah.
for Team Draghi to score.
juniors feel the steal now. Steal is in the air.
I don't think the freeze is available anymore, as I think that the Yellowstone is actually sitting on the T line.
And
So we have now
Simone Sola proposing for
for the raise, which is once again
very tough.
very tough. I'm not sure that the angle is there.
We have seen the ice curling a lot, so
It does curl a lot in the.
it could actually work, but it's really tough. I mean, the angle from here is quite tough.
It looks really difficult, almost impossible, I'd say. But there isn't
Juniors,
any other opportunity, I'd say. So might as well just try it.
juniors have done a better hand. I think this is the best hand they played so far.
Oh, definitely. They played a pretty nice end.
Maybe Draghi gave up some big mistake, for example, the peel, even in the previous hand, but Draghi Juniors definitely played a better hand.
So here it is now, the last shot of the end coming up. Draghi Junior sitting well
Calling
right now.
the line.
Calling the line pretty hard.
It's just passing the guard.
Very close to the
Feather
guard.
the guard.
It is by, but will it be enough?
Wow.
Oh, yeah, it is.
What a great
Amazing
shot.
Really, really nice.
This
Nice shot from the skipper.
is a key moment. Draghi Junior had a chance to steal, and Marco Pascale just closed the game, I think, because a 5-2 lead.
It's going to be tough now.
Because it's going to be tough. We can see the disappointment in Pimpini just kicking his rubber.
Yeah. And I think the first call is for a throw through. Shouldn't be any problems with that. Lines being called all right. And there it goes. So Pimpini calling for the guard.
Let me remind you that this is brought to you by Pizzeria Filodendro. Order today for a better dinner.
So we see here sunglasses Pimpini.
Yeah, it's a sunny day here in Torino.
Oh yes, you know, you get very nice weather in Italy this season. If you're listening to us from another country, you might as well just think about it for next year. Very nice tournament. As we see Team Draghi going for another throw through. They don't want to have anything messed up. Just ordinary cleaning. And the second guard is coming up. 2 corner guard. It's a pretty common setup for attempting a multiple score, especially for 3 shots.
3-shot lead is really hard to face in the,
It's going to be really hard.
Yeah.
As you know, Team Draghi will for sure
Go for
pull out the heavyweights.
No. Now, even missing a peel wouldn't be
A disaster.
a disaster.
As we remember,
Ooh,
as it just passes the hold line. And here starts the peel. Yeah, as I was saying, we remember that in the final round, which is this, there are 8 hands to be played plus 1 extra hand in case of a tie.
Here's the peel. In the line, no. Looks good. And it is good.
That's good. Yeah.
Single peel. Simone did it. And now routine shot. Again, a guard for Draghi Juniors. They need 2 mistakes from Team Draghi.
Yeah.
Our cameraman doing some adjustments. Again, a peel.
British more peel. Looks tight.
And they just get a bit of roll. Yeah. Not enough.
Doesn't quite get the job.
Here's the first mistake from Team Draghi that juniors were hoping for.
And so now, that's Draghi Juniors attempting this come around.
They have now the chance to go for the 2. It's not enough.
Yes, even 3. That yellow guard is pretty high up. You see here the weights called off by the sweepers.
That would be
It's a little heavy.
a big mistake.
The look I stopped him before. It doesn't actually look that bad. And
No,
it actually looks pretty perfect. Not sure if they can see it. So Skip Pascale calling for the heel.
Yeah.
Maybe changing his mind. Checking with the thrower. Yeah, so actually they can see just a little bit. So they're going to try and hit it. And if they don't, they just peel.
Ooh,
This looks very tight.
tight roll even. Oh, that's the second big mistake. Again, a mistake from Fabio Sola with the peel. You already did it in the 7th and the 6th end.
He's struggling a bit
Yeah,
with peels.
need to go back and training a bit.
But as we said, this is the last tournament of the season, and they've played, and Team Draghi played very aggressively for the whole weekend. So maybe they just
Yeah, no, I
they just
don't
miss
remember them playing a peel, and I think they went for the still even in the
Yeah, in the
last
case.
end. Yeah.
So the juniors attempting this come around behind
Looks
the center
good.
guard.
So the
Looks
shot
pretty good,
looks pretty good. Actually, it's perfect again.
and that's it. Almost perfectly buried.
Yeah, they improved a lot during these last 3 ends, but maybe it's too late. Maybe it's not. We have to see now.
Yeah, I think now Team Draghi will just go on for the hit
Yeah, no need
to
to.
the open
Yeah, no need to.
to risk anything.
Yep.
3-shot lead.
Still have some look from the other sheet.
This looks a little wide once again.
Just taking off. Now
But
we are
doesn't
on
really
the.
matter.
Now we're on the skip stone for Team Draghi.
You see Pimpini wanting to place a draw into the center line,
Yeah.
and Peruka actually preferring
Arguing.
the side.
They are arguing a lot, the two. Maybe a bit too much. During the whole weekend, we have seen them talking a lot, taking some time to decide. Maybe again too much, but
Happens sometimes.
happens sometimes. And then maybe it paid because they went through the final, came here for the final. So
Okay, they are now sweepers controlling the weight.
looks wide.
Looks a little light
Scrolling.
actually. Oh,
Scrolling.
it doesn't make it to the rings.
That's a
It's
big
a
mistake from the
Pretty
sweepers.
big mistake. So now Team Draghi actually had an opportunity
Even
for
for
a
the
double.
double that will close everything. No, definitely a double will close the and seal the victory for Team Draghi. And we're getting close to the final stone of this gold medal game.
We're on to skip stones.
Looks tight, sweeping all the way,
And it's quite tight.
and just get the single.
Yeah. Just get a single. So Team Draghi Junior still desperately trying to accomplish their 3 points.
Yeah.
If they can get this buried, then they would actually be in a pretty good shape to go for the 3-enter and tie the game. It's a matter, will they manage? So here they are now placing this in-turn draw. Doesn't look too bad, maybe a little wide. Trying to draw behind, they actually split.
And that's not...
It's not
a good shot.
It's not perfect.
Team Draghi has now the chance to choose between
the two. I think they're probably going for the shot they previously tried. They only need to take one off, and as Fabio Sola was indicating, they can maybe even afford to wreck the red guard.
Yeah.
And still,
I would personally go for the other one on the open, but as you said, they just threw it. So
personal preference.
Absolutely.
Looks
good.
Bad. And
it is.
So here they are.
Team Draghi champion of the second edition of the International Turin Curling Cup. Draghi Juniors go for the glory.
And try and close things up.
To get a better shape in the result. 5-4 would be a better result than 5-3. 5-2. Actually. Again. Third tournament won by the Team Draghi in 4 tournaments played so far. So I think it's a good season.
Definitely a very good season. They're coming up very well.
They even finished second in the only tournament they didn't win.
Yeah. Runner-ups there, as we see now, Alessandro Zoppi placing a perfect draw.
And here comes the handshake to seal the victory of Team Draghi of the International Curling Cup. Brought to you by Ricerca dell'Equilibrio, main sponsor of Team Draghi. No, porco Dio. Porco Dio. Ho capito.